In fact, it was a U.S.-Mexico game way back in the 60s that was one of the first. At the LA Memorial Coliseum. 72 degrees, clear skies, 70% humidity. Good night for football in Southern California. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson.
Playing field as well here may not look so pretty, but the grass is nice and the ball seems to be lively and playing true.
Long pass over that Pabon will intercept. 10th appearance for the Boca Juniors attacker, Christian Pabon. And all the way back to Rui.
Remember that situation? And it was Sampaoli and Messi that come to the rescue eventually, more coming through. But the youth, that pipeline to the top of Argentina football at the national level, really wads of Argentina, Phil, in 2011, 2015 and 17 in Russia. That in itself tells the full story. Well, a good part of it. Nice play.
Nice touch back by Lo Celso. Crossed in by Saravia, and the header just up and over.
Could have been buried. Beautiful football here. Lovely little touchdown from Lo Celso, and this wonderful cross. Sperm whales off the hook, the size of them. It's an amazing miss in front of goal.
Licardi likely to be out there when they take on Colombia on Tuesday. Scaloni looks on just behind him on the bench. Briefly, you saw the face of Pablo Aimar.
He is the ex-Rosario Central player, as you say, Phil. Good breeding ground, that place.
Just prior to their banishment by FIFA, and then earlier this month, a couple of back-to-back wins at home against Cuba. Pabon touching it back. And as you can see, a bit one-sided when it comes to testing the keeper to this point.
Comfortable on the ball, a nice quick movement by Scaloni's men in black shirts, finding their way through, but it's foul. Guatemala live in hope.
Ray, you kind of talked about it earlier, though. It's not as though this was a recent. Diego Maradona making news today by joining Dorados. Also had his stint.
You go back to the Grondona days, Phil, and you can trace it back to the terrible corruption that took place under Grondona of the...
A lunging tackle by Vasquez, catches it with his trailing leg.
Vasquez covers the player before the trailing leg is played, though, Phil. Farcical situations in it, turned out to be the way.
Ball all the way across after the nice bouncing pass from youth system before his parents moved back to Argentina, where he jumped into the River Plate Academy. Now at Villarreal as well. Sella flying in to win the ball back for Argentina, near side Saravia.
But it's steered with malicious intent and beautiful technique.
Ray, it's the type of goal that Argentina's been missing.
Showed enough at the World Cup to think that should have played a little bit more in the team.
And you kind of figured the days of
that and not finish the headers that we just saw earlier in the game. Football.
They were too easy, right?
Yeah.
He even looks a little like his dad physically. Them again on Tuesday against Colombia, perhaps. Well, you figure Scaloni will... Youngster Yanis out for Jimenez. Gallardo replacing Eli Vasquez. Time between Xelajú and Suchitepeques. Two of the more provincial clubs who have actually punched above their weight.
Beautiful finish. Early days for the rebuilding process for Scaloni.
Tucked in nicely. Saravia looking for an opening. Lays it safely wide. Saravia again.
Well, 3-0 up. And it's been nicely industrious, but really...
Vasquez.
See right there in Giovanni Simeone, as well as he took his goal and everything.
To the goal line, sends it across. Kept in play by Renzo Saravia. fully appreciated. Kind of the tail end of the Riquelme era. Guatemala stiffens.
Man, and still sticking to the task and trying to play in defeat. And
Guatemala putting it in play, kept in on the goal line, trying to cross it in. And wearing the captain's armband here today, the Ajax left back.
well, that Messi's goal against Nigeria.
The Independiente youngster also making his debut. Saravia up the line.
Nice ball. Take that chance and wonderfully timed intervention.
Pescadito fans in the stands.
You know, the football he got victimized all right, but it wasn't the goalkeeper's fault. Played the right pass out, trying to split those two attackers, and did.
Pushed down the line from Ceballos, but runs out of space. Saravia keeps it in play. To the 85th minute. And the cross sails wide. It's maybe a brand new front line. Far side, Pity Martinez splits two defenders, top of the box.
Oh.
Chance on the turn.
Around, and he wanted to.
And that is going to do it. The final whistle, Argentina